and why did you choose to work with an executive producer?
Well, first of all, Marvin and I have never produced a TV series before, so we felt it was necessary to have some company that had experience. We always knew we wanted to shoot in Winnipeg. The script stories were based in around Winnipeg. So with regards to Breakthrough, I mean, we initially pitched, they were part of the NSI program, roundtable pitch, where it's sort of your last day where you pitch your ideas to various executive producers. And I remember right after they were like, "Hey, we're really interested in your project. Can we talk to you?" And Marvin and I really took our time. We really thought hard about what we were looking for in an executive producer.
And who we wanted to be with.
Who we wanted to work with. And we actually, you know, we didn't jump on board right away. I think we took almost 8 months or 9 months before we picked our executive producer.
We just had to find an executive producer that we felt comfortable with, that shared our vision and would let us keep creative control of the project as best we could. So.
And they've been very good too. Like they have really, it's been weird, but they've really allowed us to share our vision, and they're on board and let us tell the stories that we want to tell, and they've been great. It's like
and the notes we have gotten have been very good notes, like notes that you can take and go, oh, that's actually a very good idea.
Yeah. So we went with Breakthrough, and then
a couple weeks. It was a couple weeks after we signed our initial deal with Breakthrough. Chum called from our meeting 8 months previous.
Yeah.
So we signed with an executive producer, and we're almost immediately into development.
Yeah.
And then we consequently, when we knew we were going forward, we had to get a Manitoba executive producer too. So we got Phyllis and called Phyllis, who I knew from before.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much set for the Ontario Manitoba CoPro.
Yeah, we actually as part of the as part of the NSI. Yeah, it was as part of the NSI. They give you money to help you with your development, and part of that money we used to fly to Winnipeg and interview various executive producers from Winnipeg. So we did all 3 in Buffalo Gal. Marvin already had a relationship with them, so yeah.
What's the relationship like with your executive producer? What are their responsibilities and what are yours?
Well, in terms of executive producers, in terms of Breakthrough and Buffalo Gal, I would say their responsibilities were more on the budget, scheduling, stuff like that, whereas Marvin and I, executive producer credit, is focused more on the creative, the colors, the stories, and stuff like that.
The tone. I mean, because in truth, that's the one area we were vague on. Like I know the first thing about how to set up a bank account for co-productions with the network and all that. We needed the mechanisms that and the tools that an experienced executive producers like Buffalo Gals or Breakthrough would bring to the table. That was one of the things we were looking for in executive producers, was the mechanical knowledge of how to put those sort of financials and schedules together.
And they have the infrastructure in terms of legal and business affairs and stuff like that. So they have a lot of infrastructure there.
So they've stayed on that side for the most part. I mean, they've had some creative input,
of course.
But again, we've been so lucky in that they've enjoyed they've agreed with everything we've presented. So
not everything,
but for the majority,
the
majority of the stuff we brought forward, they've given a big thumbs up to. So
yeah, and it's a relationship, you know. It's a relationship, you know. You share ideas and you talk, and sometimes you disagree, sometimes you don't, and and then you go and have a drink, and everything's good, and you hug, and it's all good. No, they've been great to work with.
Do you have any advice for people who are thinking about working with an executive producer?
Look, I mean, it requires research. It requires what you really want from your executive producer. It's like an interview. You're going to be working with these people for a long time, maybe longer than you hopefully longer, So it's really important that for us, it was really about, they understand the idea, they understand the stories you wanted to do. Are they going to help us tell those stories? Go ahead.
The nightmare situation is that you get into a situation where they get this, and all of a sudden they have to change it. and then you're in fighting. It's
a
almost like
collaborative.
dating, really. I mean,
It is.
you know if that relationship's going to work or not pretty much off the first date. So.
Yeah, and you know, and it has. It's been and again, it was because we took our time. We didn't jump at the first person who said, "Oh yeah, come here." Yeah, it's it really you have to think about. Okay, can we do this? Let's do it. All right.
How do you want to work together?
Yeah, so it works out that way.
What would your advice be to somebody breaking into the Canadian broadcasting industry?
Keep working at it. Keep go for
Find programs like the NSI Total Television program.
Absolutely.
Because seriously, without that program, I'm not sure we probably would have fumbled around for quite a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Before we got to this spot, if we would have gotten here.
Yeah.
That it refined us, it focused us, it gave us the direction that we needed to go, told us the directions to go in, and gave us some strategies. And if you're going to try and get on a broadcaster, be focused, know what you're trying to sell, know who you want to sell it to, and those are all the things that we kind of learned. Don't be shocked at the mystery of it. There is no mystery to it. Once you get in it, it's very business-like. It's very simple, and nobody really knows what they're doing in the Canadian industry or in the U.S. industry. I think everybody's just holding on by their fingernails, and it takes a while to understand that there is no great wise sage out there who knows the ins and outs and the secrets, that you will know as much as they know within a very short time.